Hey guys, welcome to another video. This one is on the upcoming Friday the 13th event. Now before I get into the good news, I'm going to tell you the bad news. Now I already knew about this last week, but I didn't bother saying anything about it. I just thought I would let AE tell the world first. So the game is not going to have a live release as of the 13th of October. Now, if you are a huge AQ3D fan, this is a big letdown, but at the same time, it should be quite understandable as they have not reached anywhere near the amount of goals they had set out to reach before it reached live version. So once they get that all cleared up, it will be then live. Now, there was no date as to when it was going to be set live, but there was mention of the Dragon Fable release. So, if they plan on releasing AQ3D live version the same time as the Dragon Fable anniversary, that would be in June. Maybe by June, they will have all of the features they want. Now let's get right into the Friday the 13th event. There will be a 3-part saga opening up in Darkovia. Now, of course, Darkovia is well known in the AE universe. And of course, one of the well-known things about it is the vampire-werewolf war. And yes, AQ3D will be getting that war. You get to choose between being a vampire or a werewolf. Actually, they even mentioned another faction called the Shadow Stalker. But I don't know if that's going to be its own faction or if that's just going to be armor you get. I don't know. But anyways, so you have some choices to make. Whether or not you're going to be a vampire or a werewolf, that will be pretty cool. They also have the Mangaween release coming as well. Now, if you played the Mangaween of last year, you're going to notice this one is going to be a little bit different. They've updated it, and you will still be facing the Pumpkin Lord and the Garthulu. But it's been updated, so hopefully it won't be quite as tricky to get the higher tier stuff as it was last year. And apparently they're also working on a system that will tag all of your seasonal items, so you can prove that you had items that were of first edition. Meaning my entire Pumpkin Lord set would be a first edition. Next on the list is the Camp Gonna Getcha. Camp Gonna Getcha is a brand new release, but the monster returning in it is not. Shrade. I am a huge fan of the Shrade items. I've worn them multiple times. One of my secondary characters hasn't even taken the armor off since I was able to obtain it on him. So if you don't know Shrade, he has a big giant machete and he is really good at killing people. And it's our job to take him down. He's going to get his own zone, so you'll be able to take him down in his own area. So the upcoming Friday the 13th is going to be absolutely epic. Now, as for the reasons of the game not going live on Friday the 13th, as I already mentioned, it's missing some features. Some of these features include the PvP pets, the classes, perfectly working friend system, and sidekicking. There's also daily boss fights and rewards. Now, in case you didn't really know anything about the sidekicking or anything like that, it was announced in the Kickstarter. I haven't actually heard much about it since then. But in the Kickstarter, it mentioned being able to play with your friends who are not your level. And what it would do is it would sidekick you, which would mean boosting your friend's level to your level or vice versa. So if you're in a really tough location and your friend's only level 3, it would sidekick him to your current level. That's a pretty neat idea, and I guess we'll have to wait to see exactly how that pans out. Also in the Kickstarter, it mentions some of the core classes, those of which include Ninja, Paladin, and Necromancer. It also mentions Healer, but I'm not sure if that's actually intended or if they're going to go with the Paladin that has a healing ability, or I don't know. They planned on having a weapon and armor fusion, Now this was basically because a level 2 item wouldn't have the stats when you're a higher level, so it becomes useless. And what they would do is you would be able to merge that level 2 with a higher level weapon. Now of course this whole idea has been removed and instead replaced with cosmetic slots. And also in the Kickstarter, it very clearly mentions vampires and werewolves. It says you're going to find yourself in a heart of wars between vampires and werewolves, airship pirates, and portal ninjas. So obviously the whole vampire werewolf thing is not something that's new. Now as for PvP, it was also mentioned in Kickstarter. In fact, it mentions a PvP arena, meaning that it would have its own zone. This is confirmed even more by Buffaloa, who asked Cicero if there would be a map where PvP would be enabled. And Cicero said once the PvP is introduced, the odds are amazingly good. And also, speaking of PvP, a bar fight event, which would be a PvP event, is also going to be in Yogur's Inn. Oh right, and Dragon Slayer is also another base class as well. I forgot about that one. Also in the Kickstarter stretch goals, there are other different things that would be part of the overall game. One of them is the daily login rewards, which means every day you log in, you get some kind of reward. So that would be pretty cool. And there was also exploration achievements. Now what that would be is most likely some kind of parkouring thing, like if you reach the top of a statue, etc. Artix already previously mentioned the daily boss dungeons. I think that's a really good idea. Pets, obviously, will be a huge thing. I know they're already working on environmental effects and things like that, so that was part of their Kickstarter. And of course, because they reached 400,000, they were able to put all the Kickstarters into the credits. Yay us! Other things that they would like to see, which are obviously going to be added, is the item trading auction house, the player-owned houses, I mean that's just epic, mounts, that's already happened, but they're not actual mounts, they're transformations. But that is just a little bit of what is still coming. So yes, Friday the 13th is going to be huge, but what this game is going to become will be even bigger. And that is it for this video. Thanks for watching, and if you'd like to check out my Twitter, the link to that will be in the description below. And if you like this video, smash that like button and subscribe. We'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.